Hello class. Today we are going to learn about the Pythagorean Theorem. The Pythagorean Theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, is an equation that explains the relation between the three sides of a triangle. It states that the length of a squared plus the length of b squared, which are the two legs, equals the length of c squared, which is the hypotenuse. Here is an easier way of seeing it. On one side, the triangles are arranged to form two separate squares labeled A and B. In the other picture, the triangles have only moved to create one square labeled C. The white area is the same in both pictures. This shows how the area of A and B equals the area of C. Here is another example of the Pythagorean theorem. In this image, each side has a square behind it that has been split by a grid. On one side, there are 9 squares, and on the other side, there are 16. Those are the a squared and b squared sides. The side with the 25 squares is the c squared. The amount of squares behind a added to the amount of squares behind b equals the amount of squares behind c. So now let's try some problems. Let's say that you are walking in a park. Your friends are waiting for you at point 2 and you are at point 1. There is a pond separating you. To get to point 2, you must go around the pond. However, if there was an option for you to cross through the pond, how much will you need to walk then? Well, we have our a value and our b value, and now we just need our c value. So we write the equation and input the numbers. Then, we simply solve the problem. Once we have the answer for c squared, we still need to find the square root. So, if we were able to walk through the pond, we would only have to walk about 22.36 meters. Now let's try a different problem. In this problem, you know the length of a and c, and need to find the length of b. To do this, we just have to rearrange the equation. We need to subtract a squared from both sides. Doing so moves the a squared to the other side, so we are left with c squared minus a squared equals b squared. Now we input the numbers and solve. 10 squared is 100 and 5 squared is 25. 100 minus 25 equals 75. Now we need to find the square root of 75. The height of the window from the ground is 8.66. Here we have another problem. In this one, we know the a variable and the b variable and need to find the c variable. First, we substitute the numbers for the variables. Next, we square both numbers. Now we add them. Once we know the value of c squared, we need to find the square root of both sides of the equation. Doing so cancels the exponent on c and leaves us with 42 equals c. Now we are going to learn a little about the person who came up with this equation. Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher and mathematician. He was born on the island of Samos in 570 BC and died in 595 BC at the age of 75. Pythagoras traveled a lot when he was young. He visited places such as Egypt in search of knowledge. Many discoveries were attributed to Pythagoras, all in different fields such as music, math, medicine, and astronomy. However, these discoveries are questioned because many of the accomplishments credited to Pythagoras may actually have been accomplishments of his colleagues and successors. People also said that he might have been the first man to call himself a philosopher or lover of wisdom. There are no texts by Pythagoras that are known to have survived.